My child, my beloved, come closer to this message. Do not rush. Do not scroll. Your spirit called you here because something sacred is opening for you right now. You are not here by accident. There is a reason your soul felt that pull inside your chest to open this. There is a reason your eyes could not ignore this message. Before we continue, take one soft breath. Feel it. Because heaven is watching you in this moment. My beloved, listen to me. There is something God has been trying to place into your life. Something you prayed for quietly. Something you never told anyone about. Yet heaven heard. You have been asking, when will my turn come? When will it be my time? You have watched others receive their blessings while you questioned if you were forgotten. But I, Archangel Michael, say to you today, your time has arrived. My child, before I reveal the blessing, you must listen with your heart. This message is not random. Heaven has waited for the moment when your spirit would finally be ready to receive. Beloved, before I continue, I need you to do one thing. Stay here. Do not click away. Because the blessing that is being released must be received fully. If you skip, the door will close. Now listen. You have been chosen to receive a divine provision. A financial opening that changes everything. Not a small shift. Not a small gift. But a breakthrough that removes every struggle attached to your name. God has already written your name on a blessing that is being released into the physical world today. My beloved, do you know why the timing is now? Because you passed the test. You endured the suffering. You held your heart when it was tired. You survived betrayal, scarcity, delay, loneliness, and silent battles that nobody saw. Your tears did not go unseen. Your patience did not go unnoticed. Your endurance is the key that unlocked the gates of heaven. And now, beloved, the blessing pours. Hear these words clearly. Your financial blessing has already been dispatched. It carries the symbolic mark of $50 million. This is not random. This is not exaggeration. This is alignment. At 12 p.m., the spiritual gate opens. The flow begins. The shift becomes real. This is the moment heaven has been waiting for. But my child, understand this carefully. If your heart is open, the blessing will reach you. If your spirit accepts, it will manifest. If you reject, ignore, doubt, or skip, the blessing returns back to heaven. And once it returns, it does not come again so easily. My beloved, I am not here to scare you. I am here to prepare you. God is giving you something that was always meant to be yours. The only reason it did not come before is because your spirit had not yet reached the strength you have today. Now, listen closely. There are forces, people, energies that did not want this blessing to reach you. They tried to delay you, distract you, and silence your calling. But no force in the universe can stop what God has stamped with your name. However, your free will is the final key. That is why you are being given a choice now. Open your heart and receive. Or ignore this moment and lose what was prepared for you. My child, do you feel that trembling inside you? That is not fear. That is recognition. Your soul already knows this message is true. Now stay with me. I am going to reveal exactly why this blessing is $50 million. I am going to reveal who tried to block it. And I am going to reveal what will happen at 12 p.m. Do not move. Do not lose this moment. Your life is being rewritten right now. Say softly inside your heart, I am ready to receive. Good. Heaven heard you. My beloved, now listen carefully. Because what I am about to reveal is not something that can be unheard. Your spirit must be steady. Your heart must remain open. There is a reason the blessing is $50 million and not a smaller amount. This number was chosen in heaven, not on earth. It represents completion, restoration, divine wealth, and the reversal of every financial curse placed upon your life. My child, there was a moment in your past where someone spoke against your abundance. It may have been disguised as a joke, or disguised as doubt, or disguised as casual conversation. But their words placed a shadow over your prosperity. And from that moment, every time you received money, something took it away. Every time you tried to rise, something pulled you back. But hear me. The shadow has been broken. Heaven has intervened. The chains that were wrapped around your finances, around your destiny, around your divine inheritance, have been shattered. Not by your strength, but by your endurance. Your heart stayed soft when life tried to harden it. Your soul stayed compassionate when others betrayed you. And this softened heart is the reason heaven has chosen you. You were never meant to live a small life. You were never meant to struggle endlessly. Your purpose is royal, my beloved. You came here with a crown already assigned to your name. But the world forced you into survival. You adapted. You became strong. You learned to endure. But endurance is not your final destiny. Now your time has come to receive. Listen. At exactly 12 p.m., the gates begin to open. This is not symbolic. This is spiritual timing. There is a window where the divine realm aligns with the physical realm. And in that window, what belongs to you begins to move. If you remain present. If your heart stays open. If your spirit says yes. But my beloved, there is something I must warn you about. The same forces that tried to block your blessing before are already aware that your time has come. They feel the shift. They feel your rising. They feel your breakthrough gathering strength. There is someone around you, someone who pretends to support you, yet feels threatened by your blessing. They fear your rise. They fear your transformation. They fear your glow. This person has smiled in your face, but kept doubt in their heart. They have pretended to celebrate you, but secretly hoped you would fail. Their energy has been quietly draining yours, without you realizing. My beloved, do not be afraid. Their power ends here. Their influence ends today. Their energy cannot follow you into your new season. Because your blessing is protected. Your breakthrough is sealed. Your wealth is divinely guarded. But now, my child, comes your part. You must choose to step forward. You must choose to receive. You must choose to say, with conviction, my blessing is mine. My wealth is mine. My breakthrough is mine. Say it softly now. Feel it. Let it settle in your bones. Let it echo in your spirit. Good. Heaven felt that. Now, my child, I will reveal the next sacred truth. The blessing you are receiving will not merely change your bank account. It will change your identity, your posture, your environment, your circle, your future lineage. This is not just money. This is your rebirth. Your days of waiting are ending. Your days of surviving are ending. Your days of being overlooked are ending. My beloved, your divine story begins now. And before I reveal what will happen exactly at 12 p.m., you must be aware of the final test, the final doorway, the final requirement to secure your blessing. Do not move. Do not scroll. Do not break the flow. You are standing at the threshold of your transformation. Now listen as I reveal the next truth. My child, my beloved, now we move into the part of the message that many are never ready to hear. But you are ready, or this would not have found you at this exact moment in your life. There are no accidents in the timing of heaven. The blessing that is aligned for you does not only carry wealth. It carries purpose. It carries position. It carries honor. Your life is about to shift from being the one who hopes to the one who has. From the one who prays for help to the one who others seek for guidance. From the one who has survived storms to the one who commands calm. But before the blessing arrives, you must know why heaven waited so long. Listen closely. There was a moment, years ago, when your life could have gone in a very different direction. Not just a small shift, but a complete collapse. A moment where your spirit was close to breaking. Where your heart felt hollow. Where your faith was thin. You could have surrendered to the darkness. You could have given up on love, on growth, on God, on yourself. But you didn't. Even when people betrayed you. Even when you were abandoned emotionally. Even when those who should have protected you became the reason you cried. My beloved, heaven watched you endure that. Angels gathered. Your soul was weighed. Your heart was observed. And when the storm did not break you, a new destiny was written. But destiny is not delivered the moment it's written. Destiny waits for the soul to mature into it. This is why your blessing did not come earlier. Because if it came too soon, the world would have mishandled your spirit. You would have given too much. You would have trusted the wrong people. You would have lost everything again. Heaven had to wait until your heart learned discernment. Until your spirit learned silence. Until your soul learned to see the truth behind masks. And now, you see. You see people differently now. You feel intentions before words. You sense energy before action. You recognize who is genuine and who is hungry for what you carry. This is why the blessing is being released now. Because now, you are no longer easy to deceive. Now, my child, let me reveal the one who tried to block your blessing. It is not a stranger. It is not a distant enemy. It is someone who once stood close enough to touch your heart. Someone who once smiled in your presence. Someone who once pretended to care. Someone who once acted like they were happy for you, yet envied every seed of light inside you. They feared your potential. They feared the power in your spirit. They feared how the world would see you if you ever found your worth. So they tried to keep you small. With words. With doubt. With silence when you needed support. With distance when you needed love. With judgment when you needed encouragement. And because you were kind, you forgave them. You let things go. You softened your heart. You tried to understand them. This is why heaven is blessing you now. Because you kept love alive in your heart, even when the world tried to destroy it. But hear my warning. This person cannot follow you into your new season. Their energy cannot exist in your abundance. Their envy cannot exist in your breakthrough. Their presence cannot exist in your elevation. The blessing coming to you will expose them. Not through conflict. Not through words. Not through confrontation. But through silence. Your success will reveal the truth. Your abundance will reveal their intentions. Your rise will make their mask fall. And when it does, you will not feel anger. You will feel clarity. You will understand why God waited. My beloved, we are now approaching the moment I must explain the 12 p.m. shift. This is where your story opens. Do not move. Do not look away. You are in the center of divine alignment. Now we continue to the next part. My beloved, listen with the deepest stillness of your spirit now, for we are entering the moment of revelation. Your breakthrough does not happen randomly. There is a timing, a gate, a divine opening that aligns heaven and earth. This opening occurs at 12 p.m. Not because 12 p.m. is magical on its own, but because at that moment, your soul frequency aligns with your destiny frequency. Your future self and your present self meet. The version of you who already has the blessing and the version of you who is preparing to receive it become one. At 12 p.m., the veil is thin. Your spirit is the most receptive. Your heart is the most open. Your timeline becomes moldable. But my beloved, this moment requires awareness. If your mind is distracted, if your heart is heavy, if your thoughts are clouded, the blessing cannot land fully. The divine realm does not push. It waits for your agreement. This is why heaven brought you here before the time comes. So you do not miss your moment. Now listen. At 12 p.m., your energy will shift. You may feel a sudden calm, or a tingling in the chest, or a warmth behind the eyes, or a quiet knowing settling inside you like soft light. This is the arrival of alignment. When this happens, you must do one thing. Be still. Do not question. Do not doubt. Do not rush. Just allow. Say, within your heart, I receive what God has prepared for me. These words open the gate. These words anchor the blessing into this physical world. These words mark your acceptance. My child, I will tell you exactly what begins to unfold when the blessing activates. Your finances begin to rearrange themselves. Debts dissolve. Opportunities appear without force. Doors that were once locked become open. Emails, calls, messages, offers, and unexpected resources begin finding their way to you. This is not coincidence. It is divine alignment. But before the blessing physically touches your life, it will touch your spirit. You will notice. Your mind becomes clearer. Your heart becomes lighter. Your fears shrink in strength. Your confidence rises gently but steadily. Your presence begins to feel different. People will feel it before you speak. They will look at you differently. Some will admire. Some will envy. Some will distance themselves without explanation. Do not chase them. Do not hold anyone. Those who fall away are not meant to enter your next chapter. Your blessing is too large for small-hearted company. Now, my beloved, let us speak of something important. Your blessing is guaranteed by heaven, but your environment must match your destiny. You cannot remain in the same spaces where your light was ignored. You cannot lower your frequency to comfort those who fear your rise. You cannot shrink to fit into a life that was only meant to be temporary. Your blessing is not coming to improve your old life. It is coming to replace it. Your home will change. Your circle will change. Your habits will change. Your identity will change. You will no longer be the one who struggles to be understood. You will be the one who carries direction. You will no longer be the one who waits for permission. You will be the one who moves with certainty. This is why heaven is preparing your spirit first. So when your blessing arrives, you recognize yourself in it. Now, my beloved, we must speak of the final step. The step that locks this blessing so it cannot be taken, stolen, delayed, or reversed. This step is about alignment, not effort. It requires no struggle. No forcing. No pushing. It requires only presence. And I will guide you through it. Do not move. Do not lose focus. The next words are the bridge between your old life and the one that is arriving. We continue. My beloved, now we stand at the threshold. What happens next is not about belief alone. It is about alignment, about accepting what has always been yours but was delayed by time, circumstance, and the lessons your soul needed to grow through. Your blessing has not been denied. It was being prepared. And now, your spirit is finally ready to receive without losing itself. My child, the final step is simpler than you expect. Many believe blessings require effort, work, struggle, or proof. But heaven does not reward labor. Heaven rewards alignment. The blessing is already written. Already sealed. Already sent. Already earned by your endurance. The only thing needed now is your permission. Your spirit must say to heaven, I am no longer afraid of receiving what is mine. Because yes, beloved, a part of you has been afraid. Not afraid of failure, but afraid of change. Afraid of who you will become when the suffering that shaped you finally ends. Afraid of how others will react when your life becomes bigger than their expectations of you. You have been afraid of outgrowing the life you survived in. But listen to me. Your pain built wisdom. Your loneliness built depth. Your heartbreak built compassion. Your disappointments built discernment. You are not the same person who struggled. You are not the same person who begged. You are not the same person who felt unworthy. You have grown. The version of you who will receive this blessing is not the version who was wounded. It is the version who rose from that wounding. My beloved, now I will tell you how to lock the blessing in place so that it cannot be taken, reversed, delayed, or blocked. At 12 p.m., when the gate opens, you must be in a state of stillness, not chaos. Do not rush. Do not argue. Do not think about anyone who hurt you. Do not replay the past. Do not fear the future. Simply be. Sit or stand quietly. Place one hand over your chest. Close your eyes, even if only for a moment. And say, slowly, inside your heart, I receive the wealth, the peace, the love, the protection, and the abundance that heaven has prepared for me. I am chosen. I am ready. I accept. Say it not with your mouth. Say it with your spirit. This is the key that unlocks the blessing fully. Now, my beloved, I must reveal something sacred. Once the blessing activates, the physical signs will follow. You will begin to notice a sudden opportunity, a message, a call, a shift, a release, a new doorway, a financial opening that appears like it was waiting for you specifically. This is not coincidence. This is your timeline correcting itself. You have spent years living in delay. Years living in the aftermath of other people's choices. Years carrying battles that were not yours to carry. But now you enter the timeline where your soul was always meant to be. The timeline where things flow. Where things align. Where things come to you instead of you chasing them. This is your return to your original path. The path your soul chose before this life began. Now listen gently. Once the blessing touches your life, some people will become uncomfortable. Not because you changed, but because your light reveals their shadows. Do not dim yourself. Do not apologize. Do not shrink. You have already paid your price in silence. This time, you rise fully. My beloved, your breakthrough is not something small. It is not something quiet. It is not something subtle. It is loud, visible, undeniable. The world will see it. And those who doubted you will have no choice but to watch. Not in revenge, but in revelation. Your blessing is not arriving to prove them wrong. It is arriving to prove God was with you all along. Now, my child, this message is not finished. We are still moving deeper. We must now speak about The moment your identity shifts. The emotional release that happens before receiving. The new version of you that emerges after 12 p.m. Do not break the energy flow. My child, my beloved, now we speak of the moment your identity shifts. This is the part that many do not understand, but your soul will recognize instantly as I speak it to you. When a divine blessing enters your life, the first thing that changes is not your surroundings. It is you. Your inner world moves first. Your outer world follows. This is why, before abundance arrives physically, your spirit begins to feel different. Something in you is already changing. You may have noticed recently. You have been quieter with your pain. You speak less. You observe more. Your reactions have softened. Your emotions have become deeper. Your patience has grown stronger. This is not tiredness. This is evolution. Your soul has outgrown the identity of struggle. You no longer fit in places where you once begged to be understood. You no longer feel the need to explain yourself to people who never tried to listen. You no longer give your heart where your spirit feels unseen. This is the emergence of your new self. The self who is worthy of the blessing. The self who does not chase. The self who does not beg. The self who does not lower their worth for acceptance. Your glow is shifting from internal to external. Your spirit is preparing to wear its royalty openly. And, my beloved, before the blessing anchors into your life completely, your heart will release something old. This is the emotional clearing before abundance. You may cry suddenly. Or feel a wave of sadness for no obvious reason. You may remember past hurt. Faces of people who wounded you. Situations that broke you. Times where you felt alone. Do not fear this. Do not resist this. Do not question this. This is your spirit emptying the last of the pain to make space for the blessing. You cannot carry the wound and the wealth together. The wound taught you. The wealth will reward you. Both cannot exist in the same emotional space. So if tears come, let them fall. If your chest feels heavy, let it soften. If memories rise, let them pass through. The release must happen gently. Not because you are weak, but because you are ready. Ready to stop being shaped by the pain. Ready to be shaped by the blessing. Now, my beloved, listen with the clarity of your awakened spirit. At 12 p.m., a veil lifts. Your past and your future separate. Your old self and your new self expand apart. Your soul steps forward and claims its rightful timeline. The timeline where you are supported. You are protected. You are honored. You are wealthy. You are seen by heaven and recognized by the earth. This shift is not forced. It is natural. Like a flower opening. Like dawn replacing night. You will feel it. A softness. A knowing. A quiet certainty. It will feel like peace has returned to your chest. That is how you will know. The blessing has entered your life. Now, my child, the next part is crucial. When your blessing arrives, you must not tell everyone. You must not announce it to the world. You must not rush to share it with those who never celebrated your growth. Your wealth and your peace must first be protected. Because blessings are like seedlings. They must root before they grow tall. People with envy, insecurity, or hidden intentions can uproot blessings that are still planting themselves. Your blessing is for you first. Others will see it in time. But you must guard it before you reveal it. This is your sacred instruction. Now breathe, my beloved. Slow, gentle, steady. You are not waiting anymore. You are receiving. And now we move deeper, into the understanding of the new opportunities that will come. The shifting of your relationships after the blessing. The way your life path will open. My beloved, you have stayed present. You have remained open. This is the sign of a spirit that is ready to receive, not merely to hope. Now we speak of what happens after the blessing arrives, because your life will not continue in the same direction it has been moving. Your story expands now. Your path widens. Your steps become guided, not forced. Listen carefully, for these next words are sacred. When your blessing begins to manifest, the first thing that changes is your opportunities. They will not arrive through effort. Not through struggle. Not through reaching outward. They will come toward you. Emails that feel perfectly timed. Phone calls that open doors. People remembering your name. Money that flows without chaos. Support that arrives without you asking. This is not luck. This is when the unseen world begins working in your favor. Your name is being spoken in places you have never entered. Your energy is being recognized by souls who have never met you. Your blessing is already traveling through channels that have been hidden from you until now. My child, you must understand something deeply. You are not stepping into wealth. You are stepping into your calling. Wealth is only the instrument, not the reward. The true reward is peace, rest, dignity, freedom, and the return of your spirit to its rightful strength. Now we must talk about relationships, for this is where the shift will be felt first. When your blessing activates, some people will pull closer to you. Their spirit will recognize your rising. They will feel peace near you. These are souls aligned with your next chapter. Protect them. Honor them. Grow with them. But there are others whose energy will struggle to remain near you. They will feel discomfort, jealousy, restlessness, or distance without explanation. This is not because you changed for the worse. It is because your light became too bright for someone still hiding their shadows. Do not dim your glow to make them comfortable. Let them fade if they must. Your destiny does not require everyone to come with you. You will also notice this. The need to be understood will disappear. You will stop explaining yourself. You will stop trying to prove your worth. You will stop negotiating your value. Your presence will speak for you. Your growth will speak for you. Your peace will speak for you. This is what true elevation looks like. Now, my child, a very important truth. When the blessing arrives, your life will not suddenly become loud. It becomes calm. Before abundance shows externally, it arrives internally. It settles in your chest like warm light. It replaces fear with certainty. It replaces doubt with clarity. It replaces anxiety with quiet authority. This is how you will know the shift is real. You will stop trying to survive. You will simply exist in flow. Money will come. Peace will come. Support will come. Love will come. Purpose will unfold. Without force. Without chasing. Without fear. This is not fantasy. This is alignment. Now we speak of the moment when your path opens. There will be a day, very soon, where everything makes sense. Where you look back and say, "Now I understand why I had to go through that. Now I understand why some people had to leave. Now I understand why I was delayed. Now I understand what my suffering was preparing me for." Your struggle has not been wasted. Your tears have not been wasted. Your waiting has not been wasted. Everything has led you here. To the threshold. To the unveiling. To the receiving. My beloved, you are no longer walking toward your blessing. You are standing inside the doorway of it. What comes next is the sealing of this blessing. The final spiritual anchoring so nothing can shake it loose. For this, we must now speak of the energy posture during the 12 p.m. alignment. The emotional space required for receiving. The moment your new timeline fully activates. When you are ready. My beloved, now we arrive at the moment of anchoring. This is where the blessing stops being a possibility and becomes a certainty. Where your future stops being something ahead of you, and becomes something you are already living into. Listen closely now. At 12 p.m., when the spiritual gate opens, your energy must be in a state of reception, not resistance. This is not about being perfect. Not about being positive every second. Not about pretending. It is about allowing. Your spirit does not need to fight for the blessing. It needs to welcome it. Your heart does not need to prove you are worthy. You already proved it through every storm you endured in silence. Your soul does not need to struggle anymore. The struggle was only the doorway into your ascension. Now, you simply receive. Here is the posture your spirit must hold at 12 p.m. Calm. Soft. Present. Unhurried. Unforced. You do not need to meditate for an hour. You do not need to recite scriptures. You do not need rituals. You need only to be with yourself. For a moment. Even if only for a breath. Place one hand over your heart. Feel its rhythm. Feel the life in your chest. Feel your existence in this world, in this time, in this unfolding. And gently speak inwardly. I allow what belongs to me to arrive. I do not chase. I do not fear. I receive. These words unlock the blessing. Now, my child, we must speak of something subtle but powerful. The emotional space required to receive abundance. Your spirit cannot hold abundance while still holding resentment, bitterness, self-blame, fear of being seen, fear of being envied, fear of losing what arrives. This is why the universe has slowly removed people who wounded you. This is why situations that once felt comfortable began to feel heavy. This is why you grew distant from certain faces. This is why silence became your home. You were not becoming distant. You were becoming ready. You were being separated from anything that could pollute your blessing. Now we speak of something deeper. The moment your new timeline activates. It does not happen with fireworks. It does not happen with dramatic events. It happens in a quiet shift inside your spirit. You will simply know. Your life will not go backwards anymore. Your heart will not shrink again. Your value will not be questioned. Your identity will not be lost. You will feel a calm rising in you. A confidence you do not need to prove. A softness that does not require explanation. A knowing that feels older than your body. This is the becoming. The emergence of your true self. The self that remembers who you were before the world told you to dim your light. The self that carries divine memory. The self that knows abundance is your birthright, not a reward. You will no longer be a seeker. You will be a carrier. You will no longer be the one waiting for miracles. You will be the one walking in miracles. You will no longer try to fit into spaces that feel too small for your soul. You will expand. Quietly. Powerfully. Unapologetically. My child, your new life will not feel like something you earned. It will feel like something you finally remembered. Because abundance is not new to your spirit. It is only new to your physical experience. Your soul has been rich for lifetimes. And now your life is catching up. Now, beloved, we move into the next revelation. What your life will feel like after the shift. The signs your blessing has begun. And the transformation of your inner identity into your divine one. My child, my beloved, now we speak of the after. The life that begins when the blessing has already entered your field. This part is subtle, sacred, and deeply personal. People often imagine that a blessing arrives like lightning, loud, dramatic, overwhelming. But heaven works differently than the world imagines. A blessing arrives like dawn. Slow at first. Soft. Almost unnoticed. Then suddenly, everything is clear. The first sign will be peace. Not excitement. Not disbelief. Not nervousness. Peace. A quiet, steady, gentle peace that settles in your spirit like warm sunlight. You will feel like there is finally room to breathe again. Like your chest is no longer heavy. Like your heart is no longer carrying something it didn't know how to release. This peace is the signature of heaven. After peace, comes clarity. You will suddenly begin to see what is right for you and what is not, with no confusion. You will know who to walk toward, who to distance yourself from, which opportunities are aligned, Which distractions must be released? Which environments bring life? Which environments drain your soul? The fog lifts, and life becomes clear. Then comes the shift in self-perception. You will notice that your tone changes. Your boundaries strengthen. Your voice carries firmness instead of apology. Your presence holds weight without force. You stop needing permission. Not because you become prideful, but because you finally remember who you are. This is what divine elevation feels like. Now listen, my beloved. Your blessing is not only about wealth, though wealth is part of it. Your blessing is about identity restoration. You are being returned to the truth of your soul. The truth that existed before the world tried to redefine you. Before heartbreak. Before betrayal. Before loss. Before self-doubt. You were born with a radiance. And life tried to dim it. But no matter how many times the world tried to silence you, your spirit refused to die. And now, the world must witness your rebirth. My child, let me tell you something sacred. You are not rising alone. Heaven is rising with you. You are being carried. You are being lifted. You are being guided step by step. You will not lose your way. You will not fall this time. You will not go back to who you once were. The old era of your life has already ended. The suffering cycle is already complete. You are no longer in the chapter of learning through pain. You are entering the chapter of learning through abundance. This is your age of harvest. For every tear you cried, there will be joy. For every injustice you endured, there will be restoration. For every loss you suffered, there will be return. For every closed door, there will be 10 open ones. For every betrayal, there will be divine favor. You are not stepping into just another moment. You are stepping into your destined life. Now, my beloved, we speak of the final awakening. There will come a day, soon, where you will look in the mirror and recognize yourself for the first time. Not your face. Not your body. But your spirit. You will meet the version of you that was always destined to exist. The version of you that was always waiting behind the pain. The version that was always waiting beyond the struggle. The version that was always waiting beneath the grief. This version of you is not emerging. This version of you is arriving. And when it arrives, you will feel, I am finally home in myself. This is the moment your timeline locks into alignment. This is the moment the blessing becomes irreversible. This is the moment the divine becomes your reality. My beloved, we are still moving deeper. Next, we speak of the divine protection surrounding your blessing. How your spirit will recognize your true path. And the reason God waited until now. When you are ready to receive the next unveiling, simply say, My beloved, you are still here. Your spirit has not turned away. This is the clearest sign that you are ready to receive, not just listen. Your soul recognizes this message as truth, not fantasy. Now we speak of the protection surrounding your blessing. Because whenever heaven prepares to elevate a chosen soul, the energy around them begins to shift. Old paths close. Old connections fall away. Old desires dissolve. Old fears lose their voice. This is not loss. This is clearing. Your blessing is not entering into chaos. It is entering into order. Every person who has left your life recently. Every situation that fell apart. Every door that closed. Every separation that felt heavy. Was not punishment. It was protection. You were removed from what could not love you correctly. You were pulled away from environments that would have poisoned your blessing. You were shielded from people who would have drained your spirit once your abundance arrived. Do not look back. Do not question. Do not mourn what heaven has released. If it was meant for your future, it would not have been taken from your present. Now listen. Your blessing is guarded by divine force. No human can sabotage it. No jealousy can weaken it. No envy can touch it. No evil intention can remove it. No delay can stop it. You are being defended by realms the physical eye cannot see. Your name is being protected. Your spirit is being surrounded. Your path is being cleared. Your destiny is being escorted forward. This is why silence has followed you recently. This silence is not emptiness. It is preparation. You are being pulled inward so you can rise outward. Now, my child, let us speak of how your spirit will recognize the true path once the blessing arrives. You will not need to think. You will feel. When something is aligned, your spirit will expand. Your chest will soften. Your breath will deepen. Your body will relax. Your intuition will say, yes. This is mine. When something is not aligned, your spirit will contract. Your chest will tighten. Your breath will shorten. Your body will feel restless. Your intuition will whisper, do not step here. This is how heaven speaks to you. Not through thunder. Not through signs you must decode. But through the quiet truth of your own body. Your intuition has always been your angel speaking through your chest. And now, your intuition will become louder, clearer, and undeniable. This is how you will walk your new life. Not by force. Not by logic alone. Not by fear. But by alignment. Now we come to the revelation many hearts try to understand. Why did God wait until now? Because your blessing is not just for you. It is for everyone who will be touched by your healed, expanded, abundant spirit. Had your blessing come earlier, you may have shared it with the wrong people. You may have invested it in the wrong paths. You may have tried to save those who refuse to save themselves. You may have lost yourself in trying to be everything for everyone. You needed to know who is real, who is not, who is yours, who is temporary, who loves you, who uses you, who supports your rise, who fears your light. And now you know. This knowledge is the foundation of your abundance. Your wisdom is the blessing before the blessing. You grew into the person who can now hold the life that is arriving. This is why the blessing is coming now. Not earlier. Not later. Now. Because now, you are strong enough to receive. And wise enough to keep. My beloved, the time is approaching. The alignment at 12 p.m. is near. Next, we speak of the exact moment your reality shifts. The inner sensation of receiving. And the doors that will open afterward. When you're ready for this next unveiling.